guys, it's me Sophie with another crafting tutorial for you. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make these adorable, easy to mass produce Christmas wreath magnets. And the first thing that you want to do is find an image that can act as the focal point of your wreath. So I use Microsoft Word to size down the images to 1 inch, and then I duplicate them, print them out on heavy duty cardstock, and use my Martha Stewart 1-inch punch to get those images to the size that I want. Then I just adhere those images to 1-inch epoxy stickers, and I love these epoxy or resin stickers because they prevent me from having to mix my own resin, which is a really time-consuming process. And another good thing about these epoxy stickers is that they are made to fit perfectly with a 1-inch bottle cap. So I buy those two products in bulk because I use them for a ton of different crafts. And to build up my layers, I'm going to be using a 1.5-inch circle punch with light green heavy duty cardstock. And then I'm also going to be using a 2-inch scalloped edge circle punch in dark green. And those two colors are going to offset one another to really make this wreath look real, even though we're paper crafting. It's really going to give a lot of dimension to that craft. The last punch I'll be using is a Martha Stewart accent punch. This is a bow and it's a fantastic tool. I used a 12-inch by 12-inch sheet of cardstock, and I think I got 160 bows out of it. So I have plenty enough bows for this particular project and then a bunch extra for additional projects in the future. I always like to round out my embellishments if I can, and so to do that for my bow, to give it just a little bit of, again, dimensionality, I'm going to be using flat back adhesive pearls, and I'm going to be adhering it to the wreath with pop dots from American Crafts, which are self-adhesive raised foam dots. And then to complete the magnet, all I have to do is adhere the magnet itself, and I purchased these magnets on Amazon. I think I bought a set of 110, and it came with adhesive circles, so that's why I ended up purchasing that particular product. And any other of my layers that aren't already self-adhesive, I am adhering with double-sided tape, and I use Scrapbooking Made Simple's label. I love their products. I just love Scrapbooking Made Simple. I've been a huge fan for years, almost a decade now, and I'm so proud of Stacy over at Scrapbooking Made Simple for having her own label and being able to manufacture her own products because she really knows what she's talking about. I used to live right down the street from Scrapbooking Made Simple, and Stacy is really the reason that my love of crafting skyrocketed. I had always been a crafter, but her YouTube videos, oh man, they lit a fire in my heart and it just won't die. So I love crafting and I love watching YouTube videos, and hers were the first crafting videos I ever watched. So if you get a chance, pop on over to her online store or pop into the store and support them if you can, because it's just a great mom and pop crafting store. Once you are done building your layers for the wreath, then you can go ahead and get started on your embellishment. Just go ahead and adhere one of the self-adhesive flat back pearls to the center of that bow. And if you really want to reinforce your adhesive, you can use like a mini pop dot on the back of that. But my pearls were staying pretty steady on those bows, so I didn't do that extra step. But after that, I will be adhering the bow with the pop dots, the American Crafts pop dots, and I cut them in half again just so that the adhesive wouldn't show through on the front side. And it needs to be raised because, as you can tell, the bottle cap is raised, and so I wanted the bow to sit on the proper level, and so that's why I'm using pop dots. And then I just wanted to make sure that I put the bow at the top, so if you have a directional image, just make sure that you align it correctly so that it is facing the right direction, and then place your bow up on top of it so that it's very clear what the top of the wreath is. The last step is obviously adhering the magnet to the back of the craft. And since you're using a bottle cap, which is made of metal, once you get your adhesive onto your magnet and hover it over the back of the project, the completed project, it's just going to snap right on because it's metal and a magnet. So they work really well together, and the circle adhesives really, it's more of a reinforcement of the adhesive as opposed to it being able to snap on in and of itself. So it's just like an additional layer of protection to make sure that that magnet doesn't fall off. So since I'm going to be sending these out with my Christmas cards, and a lot of times I send out with my Christmas cards and letters photographs. I'm going to be putting my individual wreaths into cello bags or cellophane bags. These are the 2" by 3", and I buy mine on Amazon or on Etsy. They're super cheap. And just in general, aside from being a protective layer between the craft and anything else in the envelope, it just gives the entire craft a well finished, classy, packaged, really, really neat look. So I love to package my crafts in cello bags. It's the last step in all of my crafts. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Merry Christmas, and always remember to keep Christ at the center of the season.